Morning, good afternoon, good evening, Nwachukwu, depending on the location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos and updates. Draft in Anyaoku, Ebitu, Ukiwe, Nwachukwu, others. If you are serious about releasing Nnamdi Kanu, Ohaneze urges Southeast governors. Oh yes, now Ohaneze being led by Chief Chidibe. Yes, Ohaneze faction of Chief Chidibe. Yes, Isi Guzoro, the secretary. Now they are challenging the Southeastern governors. Say, look, if you are serious about the release of Nnamdi Kanu, you must draft in some respectable Igbo elders like Chief Emeka Anyaoku, Pa Ebitu Ukiwe, General Nwachukwu, and others into the fray. Say they must be there, yes, to interface with Tinubu for negotiation for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, said, look, say don't blame Tinubu, blame those political diabanies. Yes, said Tinubu is looking for a united Igbo front to negotiate for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Says he awaits concerted efforts from the Igbo. That's what this group is saying, this Ohaneze, under Chidibe and the Sikuzoro. But yes, they're saying the governors, you are using this case of Nnamdi Kanu for personal gains. Oh yes, you go to Aso, you go to Abuja, use it to curry favor. So some even they prefer going to DSS to meet with Nnamdi Kanu, and they come out and publicize it. They snap pictures and photographs, and they publicize the visit. So they are contented with that. They're okay with it. They don't want him to be released. They want him to stay there till 2027. Oh yes. If you don't want to, to see him, staying there up until 2027, if you are not allowing his case to have it as a personal gain, if you're not using it to advance your personal cause as political diabanies, then you have to interface with respectable Igbo elders as Chief Emeka Anyaoku. Yes. And Pa Ebitu Ukiwe, Nwachukwu, and others. Yes, that's what the Ohaneze is saying. This Ohaneze and this Sikuzoro and the Chidibe. They're saying if you don't want him to stay to 2027, if you don't want us to believe that you have this interest, you are using him to advance your cause, then interface or draft in these respectable elders. Look at the statement from the Ohaneze under Chidibe, scribe. Quote, tragically, it appears that some Southeast governors and Igbo elites have opted to exploit Nnamdi Kanu's detention for personal gain, political maneuvering, and the pursuit of relevance. It is concerning that certain Southeast governors and Igbo leaders seem contented to visit Nnamdi Kanu in DSS facility rather than earnestly seeking political resolutions for his release. Ohaneze Igbo notes with distress the actions of Southeast governors, senators, members of the House of Representatives, religious leaders, traditional rulers, and other Igbo figures who appear more focused on publicizing their visits to Kanu in detention rather than actively working towards his release and addressing the present security issues in our region. The failure of some Southeast governors to leverage their political connections to advocate for Kanu's release is disheartening and epitomizes self-interest over communal welfare. It is imperative that Igbo call Southeast governors, Igbo elders, National Assembly members, and traditional rulers to account for the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu, rather than attributing blame to federal government or President Tinubu. The federal government awaits a unified stance and commitments from the Igbo community to potentially expedite Nnamdi Kanu's release. In conclusion, Ohaneze Igbo implores all stakeholders in the Southeast to prioritize community welfare over personal ambitions and unite in the pursuit of Nnamdi Kanu's release and the resolution of security challenges in our region. Through collaborative efforts and a unified approach, we can attain tangible progress in this matter. End of quote. Oh yes, that's what I'm saying. Say, hold them responsible. Hold them responsible. Yes, talking about the governors, some Igbo elders, National Assembly members, and traditional rulers, hold them accountable for the continued illegal detention of Mazam Kanu. Yes, that the federal government under Tinubu weighs a unified stance and commitments from Ndebo. Oh yes, but what are we not talking about? The Ohaneze are calling for the governors to draft in, Chief Anyaoku, like Ebitu Ukiwe, Nwachukwu. Yes, these men, they are Igbos, of course, they're Igbos. So they are now, he said, the governors should draft them in. They are not foreigners. They are not from other tribe. They are Igbos. And what is happening in Igbo land is supposed to give them concern. So I don't think they should wait for the governors to draft them in. Is it to give them money or to do what? Something, you are an elder. Something is happening in your community. In your very community, these people, they have witnessed all these things in their communities. They have witnessed invasion of military in their communities. They have witnessed genocide of the army in their communities. They have seen all these military checkpoints. This time, over 100 military checkpoints and roadblocks in the southeast. They have seen the military occupation. They have seen what the DSS is doing. Yes, they have seen what the police is doing. The arrest and indiscriminate detention of Ndebo in guise of IPOB members. They have seen the humiliation, the embarrassment of Ndebo by security agents in their region. They have seen the torment. They have seen the oppression. They have seen the exclusion in governance by successive governments in the country. So they have to say something about it. They have seen the illegal detention of Mazam Kanu. So they are waiting for governors to come and draft them in. No, this is unacceptable. We don't believe in this one. We have been expecting people like Chief Anyaoku to say something boldly as an Igbo man. But they have decided to lie low. Oh yes, they will go out and speak issue concerning the contraption easily. They will invite them, they go. They take the podium and they will speak, take the microphone and talk to the world. How about your immediate environment, your community, the Igbo where you come from? You are an Igbo before becoming whoever you are. Yes, he is a former Secretary of the Commonwealth of Nations. Oh yes, that is it. So they should not wait for governors to come and contract them. Is it a contract? I don't want to be signing. Maybe they want to be, to be signing in. Yes, they want to sign a contract with the governors or what before they will speak about what is happening in their immediate environment. The marginalization against their communities, their region, their ethnic group. So we don't subscribe to it that governors must drive them in. Governors are bearing their own blame. They are the ones frustrating the efforts of the people towards releasing Mazam Kanu. But they are trying their best. But these governors, they are frustrating their efforts. They go to Abuja, they have powers, they have upper hand. So they go to Abuja, they frustrate all the efforts. Yes, Ndebo, they're doing a lot. The masses, the unity of the Ndebo, home and abroad, in the diaspora everywhere, they're working hard to see him released. But the governors are frustrated, political departments are frustrated. Now you take the blame to the elders themselves, like Chief Anyaoku, Ebitu Ukiwe, and Nwachukwu, like you have mentioned, and others. So it is within their ambit to speak out. They shouldn't wait for people to call them up, to send them in, to give them contract to go and talk in Abuja or talk elsewhere. You can stay anywhere and speak. They are men of timber and caliber. Oh yes, elder statesmen. Chief Anyaoku. Yes, Ebitu Ukiwe. Nwachukwu. Like these people mentioned, there are many Igbo elders that we expect them to make an input, to speak up now. Okay. If you're an Igbo man or you have the interest of the Igbo, I am not talking about, you're not speaking up at this material time, then what are you waiting for? When are you going to talk? We have not seen this kind of thing apart from the Civil War. Yes, the level the Igbos are suffering in the contraption, the level of military occupation, militarization of the Igbo land, and the harassment, intimidation, and the execution of Ndebo. Yes, the youths, the forceful disappearances, the extrajudicial killings by the police, the army, all these things. So we have not seen this level of carnage, brigandage, occupation. by the forces of the contraption. Yes, apart from the civil war. And you have seen people, they're not saying anything. Okay? So, we expect them to say something on their own, not waiting for the government. So, that is it. A philosopher once said, so those who kept silence in the time of moral conflict say the worst place in hell should be reserved for them. Oh yes. So that is it. So elders, you have to say something. Speak up. Speak up. Yes, don't wait for government to draft you in. It's your land, you are an elder. Okay? It's within your ambit. It's within your, your rights, so to say. To speak